Good evening. Your Majesty, I thought perhaps that you
Save your nonsense. My cape. So Bunyan is still attractive.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Madly attractive.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Levenbaum, your voluptuous fancies are disgusting. To a woman of your age, sex should mean nothing but gender.
Yes, Your Majesty. You saw her? What did she say? Did she?
I did not see her. What did he say?
He was very charming. I like him much more than I thought I would from your description.
Do you?
Don't you want me to?
I want you to make him like you more than he thought he would.
Forgive me, Barry. I just ran into somebody.
I forgive you.
You ran into a blonde. Very pretty. Is she married? And who is she?
I don't know yet.
Go on, you can tell me.
Levenbaum, I came for the other performance.
Your Majesty.
The jewels, please.
Jewels?
Yes, the jewels. Listen, Rage, will you put these in the safe downstairs?
Why? They are fake.
You know that, but the manager won't.
Ah, public relations.
Anything else? No. See you in the morning. Good night.
Good night.
You did very well tonight.
Thank you. Am I dismissed now, too?
Yes, you had better get some rest. Prince Paul will be calling for you tomorrow evening.
Thank you for achieving the invitation.
You achieved it. I merely accepted.
The Empress doesn't want to see me, does she?
She will see you.
I'm sure she said no tonight. So now the route is through Paul via me. You don't hesitate to use anybody for anything, do you?
Oh, I hesitate. I hesitate until I'm sure of the desires of those concerned. Good night.
Begin with a nice clear champagne soup, and then I think a fricassee of champagne. No vegetables.
But a crisp champagne salad.
Excellent.
And for dessert,
A small champagne souffle.
1921 is a very good year for souffle.
I really don't like champagne. I only like what it does to me.
You won't like it in the morning.
I'll adore it in the morning. I'll have a fantastically enormous hangover, and your friend Boonin will be furious. Do you know what he is? Vodka. Quick, hard, sharp. And you?
Champagne, I hope.
Don't be greedy.
There's a little girl you used to say there.
Oh, no, not tonight. How many times have we been together? 4, 5?
3.
And every time... Well, every time I've heard your mind click, 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 click. Isn't she? She's very, very unattractive of you and very noisy. Tonight I just want to have a good time. Do you know who I am? No. A woman.
An extremely attractive one.
Then behave accordingly.
Well, that's difficult.
And no click, click, click.
Not a one.
The 1921. Definitely.
Excuse me, Your Highness. I apologize for the intrusion, but Her Highness has not yet recovered from her illness. Her doctor has given strict orders that she retire early.
Vodka, pure vodka. Poor Cinderella. The coach turned back into a pumpkin and the footman into a big white rat.
Your Highness.
Don't you think the glass slipper cut her foot?
Good night, Your Highness.
Oh, that ugly stepsister. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.
Thank you. Pleasant dreams.
Good evening. I forgot my compliments to the chef.
Well, good night, Bunin.
May I speak to you for a moment?
It's very late.
It's very important.
All right, I enjoy her company. And I agree she's a beautiful woman.
With the possibility of inheriting 10 million pounds.
Bunin, everyone is boringly aware of my weakness and yours for beauty and money. Personally, I don't think it's so inhuman of us. They're the two most desirable items in the world.
All right, what do you propose to do?
At times you push too hard.
Her visa expires in 4 days. If she hasn't seen the Empress by that
You've been
time...
knocking too loudly on the door, Bunin. It is precisely when my aunt thinks that somebody is trying to force her to do something that she does nothing.
When do you do something?
Depends.
On the odds?
You're pushing again.
They are high this time, my dear Prince. Very high. Good night.
One, two, three, four. General, I'm hungry.
You just came from a restaurant, didn't you?
Such a funny restaurant. No food. Why don't you take me there tomorrow?
You've had too much to drink.
No, not quite enough. Shall I call for some more?
No.
No. It must be very dreary in your room. Everyone in mine is having a wonderful time. Would you care to join us?
Please stop the nonsense and go to sleep.
Go to sleep, 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 sleep. General, I have a confession to make. I was lying. There's no one here but me. Can you hear me? General, why don't you make a concession? I mean confession. Well, it's the same thing. Come on, General. One little confession. One sweet, tiny confession.
Prince Paul was asking for you twice, Your Majesty.
Thank you, thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Majesty. Did Her Majesty enjoy the drive?
Yes, it was quiet for a change.
Prince Paul...
I heard he called twice.
He's still waiting, Your Majesty.
Sorry, Your Majesty, to be so persistent, but it is
Money?
much more important.
Oh, a woman. Very well, come in. Well, who is she?
I'll come straight to the point, Harry.
You usually do.
Is Her Majesty back?
Yes.
Late, dear Countess, late.
Liebenbaum, I'm in no mood for you. I had to go all the way to town on the trolley. On the trolley, my dear. Why, you...
Oh, you're bursitis again.
I do not have bursitis. I have migraine.
In the shoulder? Another area wouldn't surprise me as much.
Livenbaum, enough is... Is there someone in there with her?
Paul.
Paul? You know he's been seen publicly with that woman.
Which woman?
The imposter.
Prenez garde, Comtesse. Perhaps the Empress will accept her.
You mean he's going to talk her into it?
She's getting old.
Never.
And lonely.
Never.
And she...
Never.
Liebenbaum.
Your Majesty?
Do you know what he wanted?
I can imagine, Your Majesty.
To receive that woman. How easily he swallows the trick she performs. And what do they prove? That she can memorize the teachings of Bunin. What if there is a resemblance? What if she does think she is Anastasia? Wanting a dream does not make it true. She's a fraud. She must be. Well, isn't she?
I don't know, Your Majesty.
You all think I'm stubborn, don't you? I am. Very stubborn. Perhaps too stubborn. At what hotel is she staying?
Believe me, I really tried. My sincere regrets. Sincere. Signed, Paul. Miserable handwriting.
You think he really saw the Empress?
What's the difference whether he did as she refused or whether he didn't? The answer is the same for us. No.
Hello? Yes. And who? Thank you. Baroness von Liebenbaum is on her way up with a lady.
What lady?
I think you'd better go inside, both of you.
Lady? Do you think it is?
Yes, I do.
Victorian, come.
Who is on the way up?
I think the Empress.
She's coming here. Now. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to face her.
Don't be a fool.
No, I'm not well enough. Must it be now? If I only could have some time.
Get ready. Your Majesty.
Wait downstairs, Liebenbaum.
I am deeply grateful, Your Majesty. I only hope that you will not allow your opinion of me to interfere in
Bring
any...
her in.
Your Highness, Her Majesty is waiting.
Courage.
Yes. The resemblance is quite good enough for a waxworks gallery.
Don't you recognize me?
Should I? Who are you? Where were you born?
My birth certificate says Salzgitter-Selo. But I was really born in Peterhof.
Daughter, no doubt, to Tsar Nicholas II and Alexandra.